Hello, good morning. I'm Spike, and welcome back to another self-taught Japanese in Rosetta Stone 3. So, quick recap. Yesterday, I went through the grammar module section. That was, relatively easy to grasp. It was building on the pronunciation module material and the vocabulary module material, but just focused on a couple of the little sections of grammar, the binders between a couple of words. I call them binders, um, and then also their placement. And also it covered how the change of grammar for numbers in context changes how the ending of them works in relation to the placement of them within the sentence. Which you could see in the video yesterday. Something that I do have a little bit of a struggle on because I'm not too well versed in the numbers in Japanese. That's something I obviously need to work on. But something did click yesterday that I'd managed to see as a pattern to remember and work on. So today, never know, might end up encountering it in the readings module work today. So, as per usual, I've got my reference sheet for Japanese hiragana alphabet right here. I've got my sheet with the numbers on and some of the tenses that I have handy. And then, of course, we've got the days of the week, a couple of the sentences to do with the seasons and whether we like things or not, which is this bit here. And then a couple of the sentences to go with that, like to taste and to smell, plus obviously days of the week, or week, and the month and the year. So keeping those reference sheets handy, just to make sure that I've got them to hand, because sometimes I do use them when in Rosetta Stone. It's not got everything that I need to be able to use or to document my journey in these videos. So let's get the shameless plugs out of the way. Obviously, if you like this material, the content on this channel, please like, follow, share, and subscribe. Twitch.tv/xofficina and also on youtube.com/xofficina. They both link to each other, so you can find me on one, you can find me on the other. And without further ado, I suppose we should begin. So let's get the microphone set up, as it always asks for at the start of the program day. Ichi ni san yon go. Let's get these papers in order, make sure that I've got them in the right place. And let's begin. Let's see how many slides we've got to deal with today. Only 11.
鍵、
Kagi,
鍵、ぎ、
gi,
ぎ、牛乳、
gyunyu,
牛乳、ぎゅ、
gyu.
ぎゅ、
Fantastic. So today it is reading in Japanese. So you probably want to have the reference sheet of the hiragana alphabet here. So I do believe, yes, I do have these symbols. As you can see, I've got gyu down here. Do I have gyu? Where's gyu? I do have that at the start. Let's just double check and make sure, so that I don't move on without taking the kanji with hiragana in this instance. Just double checking and making sure. There's gyu, nyu, ryo, yi. They're katakana. I don't know why they're on this list. So in the first instance,
ぎ、
gi. So do I have it? I do, but I have it again in first form hiragana. I should probably take that down. In fact, I shall. I'm going to put it next to gyu and just make sure that I do take it. My apologies for causing a pause. I'm going to assume that that's how it's written and pronounced. Because I don't have it over here. Just double check that I have that correct.
ぎ、
Gi. It might be Yeah, it might be the katakana I have lower on my sheet, but we will soon see. Anyways, let's move to the second slide.
牛乳、牛、
Mhm.
鍵、ぎ、牛、
You,
牛、ぎ、
gi,
ぎ、牛、
you.
牛、ぎ。
Now that I know in what context, I've completely spaced out that it is about the keys, kagi. So it is gi.
ぎ、
When it comes to the English spelling. Right. So let's move on to slide 3. This might be a little
料
easier.
理、
Ryori,
料理、料、
ryo,
料、小学生、
shogakusei,
小学生、小、
sho. Yep, there's
小、
sho. And there's ryo. So again, on my reference sheet, I'm going to cover my finger there. My fingernails are dirty, so I do apologise. But as you can see, I've got ryo and sho right down here. And for some reason, I didn't have gi here. That's there we go. I'll put it next to you because they're in the same lesson, so I might have to once again rename these or redo this sheet of alphabet to make sure that they are in order. Just bear with me while I get rid of some of this crap out of my fingernails because that is really unseemly, even for me. I mean, I'm usually on top of them being a musician and a guitarist. I use my hands quite a lot, so I like to keep my hands clean and pristine. But as I say, the camera never lies, so I should probably make sure that these are relatively free of dirt and gunk before doing a stream, especially when I'm holding up pieces of paper to you guys. Right, that's got that sorted. My apologies. Right, so let's move on to slide 4.
料理、料、小学生、小、小、
So, sho,
小、
ryo,
料、
ryo,
料、料、
ryo,
料、
sho.
小、
Ever so
小、
slight difference, as you can see. Again, so this particular hiragana character, this one here, I call the pound sign for obvious reasons here in the UK, which allows me to differentiate that I only need to concentrate on the one kanji in pairings like this to go, right, so I know that this one is in 4, 5, 6 different letters in their alphabet. And it's the first one in conjunction with the pound sign that then changes what the start of the anglicization is. So again, we've got ryo and sho. Okay, so we know that the ending for this pound sign symbol is probably the o or the o, which doesn't translate to o as a kanji or hiragana in itself because it's a different one entirely. But those with this in this context generally tend to have o at the end or yo. So it's the first part of the hiragana that tends to inform what the pronunciation, what the form is, which makes it easier to remember. So a little tip there. It's easier to then focus on just what the front one is and how that determines whether it's ryo, sho, kyo, etc. Let's go to slide 5. Let's see what we got.
料、
Ryo. Let's sheet it. So I've just ducked it off for it to.
ぎ、
That man. Gi, gyo,
小、
sho, and gyo.
牛、
Or gyu. There we go. So not too terrible. The memory is still there. It's just that first one that I had to remind myself on, even though I've just done it in the previous slide.
鍵、
Gi.
鍵、牛乳、
Gyunyu.
牛乳、小学生、
Shogakuse. And then
小学生、
ryori shite.
料理しています。
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 Not too bad. Key, milk. Which one's it?
小学生
Shogakuse. It's classroom. Pretty sure it's classroom or class of kids. And then obviously they are cooking.
料理しています。
Slide 7.
帽子
Boshi.
帽子ぼ
Bo.
ぼ国
Kuni.
国く
Ku.
く
So why do I not have
ぼ
bo? Or do I? Maybe I do. Let me have another quick look to make sure that I have that particular letter. I do not. So we shall now write it down. Again, I'm pretty sure that I've got bu. I've got ba, bio, bu, be, bi. Why do I not have bo? Yeah, that's a little interesting. But or do I? And I'm just not seeing it. Let's have a look. Oh. Just making sure it isn't coupled with another. Extended pound sign. Is it with that? No, it is not. But I've got ho. So I'm going to put it with that because it is almost structurally similar. But it's not quite. So where's my straight line, guys? I don't have straight line, guys. That's why. Okay. So where am I going to put you? You know what? I am going to put it with that. I'm just going to do what I need to do. So it's a straight down. Oh, and then yes. Yes. And that is bo. There we go. And what do we have again?
国
Kuni.
く
Ku. Yeah, that's one that I know I do have, so I can move on from that. Slide 8.
帽子
Boshi.
国
Bo.
く
Kuni.
ぼ
Ku. Bo.
ぼく
Ku.
くく
Ku.
くぼ
Bo. Fantastic. Let's go slide 9. Continue the trend.
ぼ
Where am I at? Bo.
ぎ
Gi.
く
Ku.
ぎゅ
Gyu.
しょ
Shot.
りょ
And Ryo. There we go. Fantastic. So
しょ
shot.
ぎ
Gi.
りょ
Ryo.
く
Ku.
ぼ
Bo.
ぎゅ
Gyu. Fantastic. It's a good start today.
料理しています
Yuri shiteimasu.
料理しています
Lovely stuff.
鍵
Kagi.
鍵牛乳
Gyunyu.
牛乳小学生
Shogakuse.
小学生国
Kuni.
国帽子
Boshi. There we
帽
go.
子
See, once you get into pattern recognition with Japanese, and again, get into learning the hiragana alphabet, I'm no expert by all means, but by pattern recognition from the memory recall, it does get quite easy to recognize which ones are which by process of elimination. and how the hiragana and kanji individually represent the syllables in context as to how it's written, or at least it appears to me. So like with you, again, it's two symbols itself, but again, focus on the second one, the fishy, as I like to call it, the little fishy, that informs what the ending of the pronunciation is. It's the initial that changes, q, gyu, ryu, etc. So again, it makes it easy to remember, say, 3 to 5 separate kanji, separate hiragana, if they are in groups of 2, because you only have to concentrate on the ending to know that you've then got a list of 3 or 4 that it could potentially be in pronunciation. So it's then just getting the first one correct, which again, in context of having an image like you do in this program, it makes it easier to distinguish which one it's likely to be in how it's teaching you which one it's likely to be, because you're only then having to concentrate by process of elimination in that way. So it works out to be a relatively cheap and effective way to disseminate that information and commit it to memory in a swifter time than you would if you were just reading it out of a textbook and trying to remember the symbols itself. It also helps, I've noticed, in breaking up the words in Japanese or the phrases in Japanese that are in a sentence. Which, when you look at, like, say, the first one, ryo shite imasu,
料理していま
or
す。
ryori shite imasu, sorry, they are cooking. It makes it easy to then follow each individual break in the syllables in context of that sentence,
料理しています。
and therefore makes it easier to actually pick out and read each individual symbol's syllabic component. So therefore, being able to learn what each alphabetized symbol is, which again makes it easier to then read Japanese quicker or more consistently. Or at least that's what I found in doing this program. So it is something to take note that it's worth noticing these patterns and remembering these patterns, or coming up within your own system of how you take in information, how to pick out these patterns and apply them to how you take in information to learn things, and to do it in an efficient manner for you that makes it an easy learning process, that then makes it more fun, makes you more susceptible and receptive to the material, which then means you learn faster. You can go at casual pace under your own method, because you know it's then going to stick and work, like I've shown in this series so far, at least. Anyway, let's go to the last slide to see what we got.
帽子、
Okay, so we want bo, o, she. Let's have a look and see what she is in my list. He or she.
帽子、小学生、
Ooh, okay. So, short gakse. Yep. Short gakse. Short ga. I ain't got many gas. Gakse. Short ga. No. This one's going to be a hard one to remember. Shogakse. Oh my god. Jesus
小学
Christ.
生、
Yeah. I've just said all of that and completely ruined that last. That one's a hard one. Shogakse. Shogakse. Okay.
帽子、
But or she.
帽子、
didn't
小
get this
学
up.
生、
What was we on? Sure. Oh, I've done it again. Gakse. Ah,
小
two
学生
mistakes. That is a hard one to remember. See, the other thing as well is, haven't encountered this many. And again, you try and remember that alphabet thus far, and there are still more to come. And this is just one alphabet. There are another 2 alphabets on top. With some crossover, don't get me wrong. Context is key. Let's try again. I will get it.
帽子
Yeah. But or she.
帽子小学生
Sure. Shut off. Get kit set eat. Ah!
小学生
I knew it was the top, and I second guessed myself to go for the bottom. I'm an idiot. Damn it. But again, you can see why I prefer to repeat this over and over and over again to get these into my head without fail.
帽子小学生
So what do we start with? I've put myself off. Sure. Oh. Ga. Ku. Se. I. There we
小
go.
学生
And again, it's breaking it down into each individual sound and setting, to apply from memory. Breaking it up into the little chunks allows it to flow easier for me. I do recommend doing the same. So that was the lesson 4 module material. Let's go to the repetition module 3. Hatsuka.
2日、
Hu. 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 This is going to be one of these ones where you just can't get it right.
2日、
Hutsuka. Hutsuka.
2日、
Who. Who.
Who.
See what I mean? You've got to.
動物、
Dobutsu.
動物、ぶ、
Bu.
ぶ、
And it's still going to say I failed that one, I bet you.
2日、
Yeah, thought so.
Who. Do.
No, go back. See what I mean? It's annoying. Hutsuka. What do you mean you're not recognizing it now?
2日、
Hutsuka. Hutsuka.
2日、
I've got it set quite strict, but this is ridiculous.
2日、
Hutsuka.
2日、
Who. Who. Her. See what I mean? You can't win.
2日、
Hutsuka.
2日、
Who.
動物、
Dobutsu.
動物、ぶ、
Bu.
ぶ、
Got it this time, so but yeah, that's so who you can say who, and this is where the inflection and subtlety of the Japanese language is laid bare for you to see. Again, oh no, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, continue my progress. Thank you. No, we're on the wrong one. I'm an idiot. It's that one I'm on. Yes. Thank you.
こんにちは、
No, we're not on that one. We're on this one.
2日、
Oh, where is
動
it?
物、
There it is.
Bu-
This is the
bu-
one I want. There we go. Look, you can see that I've got my precision level to be quite high. This one below is a little bit more forgiving for sure. From here onwards, as where it really wants you to pick up
ぶ、
the pronunciation. it's incredible. I'm not even paying attention. It's incredible just how sharp it wants you to be on
ふ
ska.
動物ぶ
Let me just finish this one. We got bit. Huh,
ふ
huh. It really wants you to get that sound spot on. Which is
ふぶ
why in Japanese you can come across words that sound exactly the same. That for the most part, unless you are a native speaker, even in context, it can sound like you're saying the other word that sounds exactly the same or has exactly the same kanji for it. It really is, it's the inflection of the cadence in the syllable when you are pronouncing it that makes it so difficult to get correct. And again, on the difficulty level, on the precision level, sorry, on the pickup, even that level or two below, it can be still quite strict sometimes, where, as I've mentioned and as you've witnessed in previous videos, you have to anglicize some of the words for the program to pick up that you are saying it correct, even though you may know, like I have, and you can hear that although I am replicating what's being said, it's classing it as incorrect, which is frustrating and annoying. At these higher precision levels, though, of course, as you can see and as you've just witnessed in this section, it can get annihilatingly frustrating to know that in your head you can hear it, it's being said, but I bet to a native speaker I just said something completely untoward, or indistinguishable. Obviously, they would take an allowance for the fact that I am English and Gaijin, so they might be able to forego it and make sense of, well, we know in our language that this sounds like this, and it's, in context, not going to be the word that they have just said or the sounds that they've just said. But this is why, to them, foreigners butcher their language. And this is something that I kind of want to get on point and not do, which is why I'm intending on getting good at it. But you can see the frustration and the difficulty in trying to pronounce with precision the Japanese language, even when it boils down to single syllable stuff.
こんにちは
Konnichiwa.
こんにちはこ
Ko.
こ中国
Chugoku.
中国語
Go. Go.
語
See that one? I had the slight at the start of that go, and it went, no, I don't want to know that. Even though in pronunciation here,
中国
Chugoku, the G becomes soft, or the before the G becomes soft, you lead into the G in a soft cadence leading up, but only in some words does that occur, which is why reading the actual hiragana that makes up the word is actually quite important. And this is where that flavor of context and the subtlety that the Japanese language has gets really complicated. Let's go slide 4.
こんにちはこ中国語こ
Ko.
こ語
Go.
語語
Go.
語こ
Ko.
こ
So it's very important to learn them as separate and also then learn them in context as well. Let's go slide 5. Let's see what we got.
ふ
Go.
語
No, it's not that one. I'm an idiot. Start again. Up it.
語
Go.
ぶ
B.
ふ
Hu.
こ
Ko. There we go. That's better. So,
語
go.
ぶ
B.
ふ
Hu.
こ
Ko.
2日
Ska. I chose the wrong one. Start again. Come on, Spike. Come on.
2日
Ska. I've done it again. For fuck's sake.
2日
Ska.
2日動物
Come on.
動物中
Oh, this is so frustrating. I should know this, and it's just
2
not.
日
Ska.
2日動物
Dobutsu. Better.
動物中国
Hyungoku. Thank you.
中国こんにちは
Konnichiwa. There we
こん
are.
にちは
I do know it. I do know it. Again, just coming back after another month away practically, and it is flying back faster and faster, but it's still no excuse for forgetting so readily. Ah, so frustrating. Let's go slide 7. Let's go.
彼女
Kanojo.
彼女
Ka.
か
Yeah. Ka.
か喉が渇いています
Nono wa koaite amasu.
喉が渇いていますが
Ga. Ga.
が
So, right, okay.
彼女
か
Ka.
喉が渇いていますが
Ya.
か
Ka.
が
Ga.
が
Ka.
か
Mm-hmm.
か
Cool.
か
Ka.
ふ
Hu.
ご
Mm. Mm.
ご
Ah!
ご
Come on, man. Don't want to have to use my reference sheet to remember this. I want to be able to do it from memory.
ごか
Idiot. Come on.
こ
Ko.
ふ
Hu. Fuck it, I'm using my sheet. I hate having to use it. But I need to find. I probably don't have it on here. I don't. Oh, that's silly. Why do I not have who? Who? I don't. Why do I not have it? I've got one on it.
ぶ
I do have it. It's at the very bottom. And then bu is with, yeah.
Ga.
Ga. Ga. Yes, yes. With the, that's the one.
ご
Ga. Go is with the, yeah. Okay, here we go.
か
Oh, I should know this one. It's a simple. Got him.
ご
Go.
ふ
Who.
か
Ka.
こ
Ko.
が
Ga.
ぶ
Bu. Slide 10. Let's go.
中国
Jungoku. Go.
中国こんにちは
Konnichiwa.
こんにちは動物
Do. Bu. Butsu.
動物2日
Butsuka.
2日喉が渇いています
Noga.
喉が渇いています
彼女
Kanojo.
彼
There we go.
女
Brilliant. Getting there. We're getting there. God, this. Funny how the lesson 3 repeat was actually harder than the lesson 4 module material.
中国
This is going to be a little more difficult. No. It's the fishy. Fuck's sake. Come on. Give it the programmer.
中国
Chu. Q.
中
Right.
中国
Sugar. Oh, come on, man. Spike, sort your life out.
中国
What the fuck? Sugar. You. There we go.
中国動物
Do. Bit. Sit.
動物
Oh, that was hard. Wow. Well, there's the 100% at least. But you see what I mean? It gets tough. It's a lot to hold in, is this Japanese. And like I say, I've only got most of the first alphabet. I haven't even started on the variances with katakana and proper kanji. Everyone references Japanese symbols to be kanji, but there are differences between what kanji is, hiragana is, and katakana is. I should be able to tell you what that is. Hiragana, basic phonetic characters used for native Japanese words and grammar. There we go. So that's basic alphabet. Katakana is used for foreign words and names. And kanji are the Chinese characters representing meaning. So it gets a little involved, a little bit complex, and I'm still not quite there. Again, I'm only on Unit 3 here, Module 4 of the first level of Japanese. And again, I'm teaching myself, showing that it can be done if applied in a meaningful way with a your own comfortable self-teaching method. And I do think mine does work, because again, I wouldn't have got thus far without my own methods at least being somewhat qualitative in how I'm able to teach myself, learn and retain this, but also being aware of the pitfalls as mentioned. So that was a little tougher towards the end, but I'm surprised that the lesson 3 repeat from here was actually a little tougher than the lesson 4 actual material. But that may be by design, who knows. Anyway, that's today's video. That's lessons 3 and 4 in Unit 3, Lesson 4 section, after the core Lesson 4 stuff. This module here, that's that done for today. Tomorrow is the weekend, so I won't be doing these. The writing will pick up on Monday, I think. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, look at that. And then review and the milestone on Friday next week. That's fantastic stuff. So at least Unit 3 will be done before the end of the month. That's good news. Or before the middle of November. Who knows? Maybe Unit 4 will be able to get onto and get through it and complete it before Christmas. But I wouldn't hold your breath, because anything can happen with all the stuff that's been going on with my daughter and her extra needs and so on and so forth. Obviously, it can be a little bit challenging to find the time and make sure that I can keep the series going with a modicum of what's the word I'm looking for? You know what I mean. I'm trying with enough consistency that it's often enough. Anyway, so that's where we're at. Writing will come on Monday. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's content, even though it got me a little unstuck. Got me a little unstuck there. But it's still definitely going in and being retained. I'm still learning. I'm still getting there, making my way through this material. I've managed to add another kanji today, another hiragana today. One that I thought I had, that clearly I didn't. But I know I've come across it, so hence my surprise, knowing that I've come across it, remembered, and I've had to add it to my list. So that's not too bad. As always, like, follow, share, and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy the material. I hope anyone who might be interested in learning Japanese, teaching themselves, or is looking for some free material to be able to do so, I hope that this channel can provide exactly that for you. So by all means, anyone who's interested in this, if it's not yourself, please feel free to share that across to them. Links are twitch.tv/xofficina and youtube.com/xofficina. As where you can get all of this material. It's where you can find all the other videos that I put up, all the other streams and such. Multi-entertainment channel, hopefully. I'm looking to get back into doing some more music and guitar covers in the near future, and also hoping to pick up on more gameplay with some of the gaming streams I'm hoping to do. Current game at the moment is Ark Raiders, considering it is new, so watch out for that. That will probably happen over this weekend as well. And as always, if you wish, you can always join the Discord server. That is on both pages as a link. You can get the invite there. Come and join in and contact me direct. And failing that, if you want to let me know exactly what you think about the videos and the content, get in the comments below. Constructive feedback, criticism, advice, tips, tricks, you name it, suggestions even are welcome. Just get into the comments down below on the videos. Right, that's all from me today. I hope you've enjoyed the material here at 42 minutes of a video. I hope you have a lovely day. It's the end of the week. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you again on Monday. So as always, take care, stay safe, keep sane, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.